going to look at point of view. It's more of a revision because we already did point of view, but I just want to remind you what point of view is. Because on the exam, you might have point of view. Now, you should remember that we did a biography, and a biography is a story of a real person's life that is written by another person and is written from a particular point of view. Biography is a recount. When you're recounting somebody's life, then you write biography. So biographies are usually in a certain person point of view. It can be written in third person point of view. It can be written in second person point of view, but it can never be written in first person point of view, because somebody cannot write his or her own biography. Should be someone writing the biography for them. Now, biographies are usually written from the first person point of view. Now, what do we mean when we say third person point of view? Okay, I'll repeat. Biographies are usually written from the third person point of view. Third person point of view means that narrator, or not a character in the story. Third person point of view, it means that the narrator is not a character in the story. The narrator is nowhere a character in the story. In that biography, the narrator want to be there. He was also just told by some people about the activities happening. He was told, right? So he decided to write a biography of a particular person. Now, the narrator may tell what all the characters are doing and thinking. Okay, the narrator uses pronouns such as he, she, and they. And they when telling about characters. So, biographies are usually written from the third person point of view. Third person point of view. Alright. What is third person point of view? Third person point of view means that the narrator is not a character in the story. The narrator is not a character in the story. He is not a character. He is not involved in the story. Okay. Remember, when you are writing a biography, you have to source information. So this information, you look for it from different people. Right? This information, you look for it from different people when you are writing a biography. You have to interview different people. You have to ask questions about that particular person. So the narrator may tell what all the characters are doing and thinking. Alright, you being the narrator, you'll be telling what all the characters were doing, what they were thinking. And on the same part, the narrator uses pronouns such as he, she, and they when telling about characters. Now, sometimes the author chooses to write a biography from the first person point of view. The author writes a story the way the character would if he or she was writing it. So he might write it in the first person point of view. Okay. In this case, he will pretend like he is the character. Okay. So the first person point of view means that the narrator is a character in the story. Okay. In this case, the narrator will act like a character in the story when he's giving the first person point of view. The narrator tells what he or she is doing and thinking. Whatever he is doing, whatever he's thinking, whatever she's doing, whatever she's thinking, she will tell it. So the narrator uses the pronouns like I, me, my, and mine when telling the story. No. Look, when you're writing these biographies, usually sometimes you might have characters. You might have characters sometimes. So those characters might want to take part in the biography, might be the one to write your biography. Okay, so they are going to write it using the first person point of view. But for the third person point of view, what usually happens is that the narrator wasn't part of the story, he wasn't involved, so you give the third person point of view. All right, give the third person point of view. So we have 2 point of views: third person point of view and first person point of view. But we also have second person point of view. But for today, we have looked at the third person point of view and first person point of view. Again, there is no exercise attached to this one because I will send an exam this week. So don't need for an exercise for this one. Having said that, thank you very much for paying attention.